Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to our Meet the Honors Faculty series for the Honors College at Texas A&M University-Texarkana. This is chapter 12 in our series. I can't believe it's taken us this long to get to you, Laura, but there
I
you
should have been first.
Wow, that's good. It's the cooperative camaraderie we have here in the Honors College. I'm very happy to be joined by my colleague and old friend, Dr. Laura Sikes, who is an assistant professor of history at Texas A&M University-Texarkana and the director of the Red River Center for Regional History and Culture. I think I got that right. And yeah, glad to have you with us, Laura. Thanks for joining us from your mountaintop library retreat. That's fantastic. At least
It's real.
clearly, yes. Amen. All right, so we'll just get
This
started.
is how well they pay me at the
That's right.
university.
It's fantastic. We have our standard questions, and then we can chat about them if we want. So the first one is basically, where are you from, and what brought you to A&M Texarkana?
Well, I'm from Louisiana. I was born in Bossier City, Louisiana, and I grew up in West Monroe, which is famous for like Duck Dynasty. That's the only thing people know about it. So there you go. I grew up in that. And then I went to LSU for undergrad, which was awesome. I love Baton Rouge and Southern Louisiana. I love Cajun culture. And then I left the South altogether and went up to New York, Rochester, New York, which is where I met your Kreger here. And I got my PhD at the University of Rochester, which is an amazing program. It's well known for both its medieval studies as well as its American studies programs.
Flattery
And
will get you everywhere. Yeah.
there you go. And I lived there for 12 years. And then one day, my friend Craig Nakashian called me on the phone and said, "We need someone to teach civil rights." And I said, "I'm your girl." And so I've come down and I've been here for, gosh, since 2020, so 6 years now.
Exciting times. I forgot you were in Rochester for 12 years. Wow.
A long time.
I was there for 5, so amen to you.
I'm a real New Yorker.
More than I am, absolutely. So what got you interested in history in your discipline? Why did you want to be a historian?
Well, when I was a little kid, I was always obsessed with history because my granddad was a sort of amateur historian. He's a brilliant man. He's from Bradley, Arkansas, which is a town of, I think, like 500 people, which is known as a speed trap on the way to like Hope. So if anyone's ever been through it, they might have gotten a ticket there. Well, there was a man who came from there named Franklin Cochran, and he was my favorite person, and he loved history. And so from a very early age, he just started teaching me about stuff. I remember whenever I was in the fifth grade, he took me to some of the Japanese internment camps that are in Arkansas to show me those. Like that's pretty cool. I mean, his interest in history was so deep that it was really easy for him to get me excited about it because he had so much enthusiasm. And whenever I was in elementary school, I had a lot of questions for him about our family and about the past. And so he bought me a tape recorder and tapes. And we started doing oral histories together, which I still have. And this became something that I did throughout my childhood, into my teens, throughout college. And I just really loved doing oral history. I love history in general because I think it helps us to understand why the world is the way that it is, which I think a lot of us want to know more about, especially some of us who want to feel like we can have some control.
Yeah.
Learning about history makes it feel better. And I kind of am one of those people who always knew ever since I entered college that I wanted to do history. And it's my favorite thing. Like, sadly, it's probably like my favorite thing in the world, like, not just for school. Like, I love, I come home from work doing, my 8, 10 hour days of doing history. And then I watch history documentaries at home and read history books. That's just kind of person I am.
Say to that. Was it always primarily American history that you were into, or did you?
I've always loved American history. I got into American history though because I do rock and roll history. So I got really obsessed with like the Beatles and Bob Dylan and the 60s musicians whenever I was young, and I wanted to study that. And somehow someone paid me to do that. I still don't understand what's going on there. Everyone knows it's not rock and roll isn't real history. I'm just kidding. Cultural history is so important.
It is.
But that's what really got me that made me become an Americanist. I'm actually and you know this because you know me so well. I'm actually obsessed with French history. I love the French Revolution. I love Napoleon. I love Soviet history. I love Irish history. So really, I did American history because of my research, but I am interested in sort of all of history.
At least in the last couple hundred years. Yeah.
Yeah, well, nothing happened that
Never made
mattered
it back to
before
the
that,
medieval
so
period.
it's fine.
That's okay. No one does it. It's fine.
If I don't, if I can't see a photograph of it, it didn't happen.
Right, exactly. I won't bring up Napoleon. So the next question, we're going to shift just a little bit into the honors side because you are a member of the honors faculty and you've taught honors classes, which we'll talk a little bit about. So what attracted you to joining the honors faculty specifically?
Oh, well, ever since I got here, I've been interested in the Honors College. When I went to LSU, I was a member of the LSU Honors College, which is a wonderful honors college. We had our own dedicated dormitories, and we also had a special curriculum track that we took. Um, I think that this was really important for me in my development. I could take as advanced classes and talk to as smart of people as you could access anywhere because of the honors college.
Hmm.
It's a state school. It's a really big school. They have a lot of different things. And for someone like me, the honors college really helped me focus in on sort of my goal of becoming an academic, and digging really deeply into the world of ideas. And so I wanted to provide those opportunities that I benefited from so much for other students, especially here in the area that I'm from, right? And so the Honors College is awesome because you have people who are really dedicated to their subjects, who are experts, who are incredibly knowledgeable, and who just want to help spread that knowledge. And so the Honors College has been a wonderful thing for me. I taught an honors course in true crime with the provost of the university at that time, and it was just a wonderful learning experience. And to be honest, the honors college students just bring so much energy to the classroom that it's extremely rewarding. I love teaching honor students. I love teaching all students, but the honor students certainly seem to go that extra mile as far as getting engaged and being involved.
All right. Well, good. That's what I like to hear. Yeah. The problem is
Oh,
it's the opposite.
I also love the research projects, right? So I've had a lot of
Okay.
students who have come to me and done research projects with
Right.
me. And that's really cool because I can help them sort of pursue their individual interest. Things that you might, if you're going to do an honors project, things you might want to talk to me about would be anything to do with oral history, local history. I do a lot of African American history, women's history, and of course, pop culture if you want to do that. So I'd even do one on Napoleon if they wanted. I wish someone would come to me and say, let's talk about Napoleon for 20 hours. I'm ready.
Probably likelier you'll get like Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know about Napoleon, but you'd be happy either way.
I
Um,
take it.
I was
Pop
gonna,
culture.
that's fine. So that sort of dovetails into our next question, which is what would you say to an honors student about what they should be trying to get out of their experience in honors?
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, the honors college provides you a direct connection with your professors. So I think all professors at our university really try to relate closely to the students, but we do have a large student population, and the honors college is going to give you more opportunities to work one-on-one with professors. They'll get to know you, they'll get to know what you're interested in, and help you expand those interests. And later on, when you're moving on to grad school or a job or whatever, they're still going to be interested in your success and supporting you. I think that having the community of honor students is so important. as someone who lived in an honors dorm when I was in college, being surrounded by other scholars who are equally interested in the nerdy things that we are interested in, it makes you feel, like you have a community around you, and it sort of encourages you to pursue those intellectual and academic interests further. And, I think that the extra requirements that the Honors College has for you, not only academically, but community-based
Yeah.
opportunities, is also pulling you more deeply into something that's really important, which is that community side of what academics do. Sometimes we exist in our little bubble and we don't get to connect with other people. And through the service projects and things that you guys do, you're able to make a difference as you learn.
Yeah.
And in fact, every year I host Texas History Day
Uh-huh.
at the college. This year it's going to be on February 27th. And every year we have volunteers from the Honors College who come help us with judging. And so they get to interact with junior high kids. Now, not everybody wants to interact with junior high kids, but for people who want to be teachers or
Yeah.
who just enjoy that kind of thing, it's a great opportunity. So I think that it's the range, the
Mm.
well-rounded sort of range of both social, intellectual, and academic opportunities that makes the Honors College so important.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Last scripted question. Is there anything that you wish you knew when you were a student?
Listen, when I was a student, I wasn't so great. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't always read the stuff that we were supposed to read in class. I wouldn't always go to class when I was supposed to. And I'm not saying this to like, because I'm not bragging about this because it's the thing that I regret the most. Like, I had access to some amazing minds, and everything that I took from them has served me well in my life. And everything that I missed, or everything that I slept through, or everything that I was too lazy to read, now I wish that I had done it because your mind is expanding at such a huge rate when you're in college. You're just learning so much. And the more you can just sort of devote yourself to that life of the mind and really becoming an intellectual as well as a member of the community. I think that if you can really dedicate yourself to your studies in a way that maybe I didn't do in undergraduate as well as I should have, I think that that would be great. Read the books. That read the
Read what's
books.
assigned? Lies.
Read what's assigned,
Crazy.
and you're going to learn something, and then you'll know that for the rest of your life, and you're just going to be a smarter, more capable person because of it.
I will say we've done 12 of these now, and that's probably a very common answer, the one you gave. I was not a very good student myself. I got all of my bad studenting out in high school. Well, so that was better for me, I suppose.
For
But
me, by the time I got to graduate school, it was a problem because I was afraid that I wouldn't know how to be a
not
good
be a student
student,
anymore. Yeah.
and I wished that I had had more practice and training. Luckily for me, my passion for history sort of carried me
Yeah.
through those early days of learning how to be a good student. But if I saw my other fellow students who probably started out ahead of me because they had paid attention, done the work before, and I hadn't.
Is there anything else you want to share with us before we go? Any fun stories having to do with, American game shows or anything? I don't know. Anything you want to talk about?
Well, I do want to talk a little bit about the History Center.
Oh, okay.
So
That's fun. What do you want to say?
maybe not as fun, but
Yeah, that's fun.
so it is fun. I run the Red River Center for Regional History and Culture, and we do a lot of different things in there. One of the main thing that we do is to connect the university's historical sort of community with that of the wider Texarkana community and the local area. We take oral histories of people. If you have a person that you know who has amazing, interesting knowledge of the past, maybe recommend them for oral history or bring them by. We also do things like we have a honor society for history students. If you are a history student who is interested in history type activities, we have grown more than ever this year. In the spring, we're going to be having a murder mystery dinner, and we're going to start showing films as well. So we're routing a bunch of that stuff out of the History Center as well. Any sort of person who wants to become more involved in not only local history, but also with connecting, creating a bridge between the community and the university, and what we're doing here with regard to history. I'd love it if you come by and chat with me. I'm always available for help and also to listen to ideas. One other thing I'd like to say is that we also offer a public history certificate, which I run this certificate. Basically, you can graduate with your history degree and a certificate in public history. Listen, academic history is not a great job market right now if you want to go into history, but you know what is great? Things like museums and public facing opportunities. So we try to train students for that to get real jobs doing history in the community. So just a couple of things to keep in mind if we do have any big history nerds who are watching this and want to get more involved. I am happy to talk to you guys about it and bring you on board, as well as to help with any research projects that you might have, as I mentioned.
Okay, fantastic. Anything else? Or is that good?
If we keep talking, I'm just going to start telling Napoleon stories. No
Okay,
one wants that.
let's not do that.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Sikes, for joining us. We're very pleased you're a member of the honors faculty, and I will go ahead and get this up on the YouTube. It'll be our April edition of Meet the Honors Faculty, and yeah, I will look forward to the deluge of emails you receive wanting to get more involved in history once this airs. So once again,
History's the best.
it is the best. All right.
It's
Thank
the
you, Laura.
best.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Krager. I'll see you guys.